Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I am messing around a little bit here, and I had an idea to do this some time ago and never got around to it, but I've been off for almost 2 weeks and I've got a little bit of time here, and it didn't take me very long to do this anyway. And what I'm doing actually is I'm making a larger pad driver for my Oreck. And this is what the size that the original Oreck pad driver looks like. And this, as you can see, is considerably larger. And this actually is a pad driver for an Orbot machine. And what I did was I just took the Velcro. This is actually the bottom plate for the machine, so I just attached the pad driver for the Oreck onto the pad driver for the Orbot. Now, this pad driver, this is actually even a modified one. You can see I've got a piece of plastic here, which attaches this Velcro on here. This one is getting a little long in the tooth. This part peeled off. It still works anyway, but the thing about it is this, the original Oreck pad driver is really quite light, whereas this one here, there's quite a bit more weight. There's a list, I haven't actually weighed it, but it's definitely much more heavy than this one. So since I'm going to be driving a larger pad and the pad driver is heavier, that is definitely going to be putting more stress on the motor. It'll be working harder. Now, I don't actually normally use my Oreck for anything more than doing steps usually, but there are occasions when I will use it for a smaller job, and normally I've just used the normal pad driver. I've never had this set up, although I've a few times thought, I wonder if it would handle that okay. So anyway, today I'm going to give that a try. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to use a glider, because with the glider it definitely will reduce the friction. The contact area of the pad will be considerably less with this glider on here. This is the glider that you can get for your Orbot machine from Ruby or your distributors. I think let's see who distributes them. In-Cap Store, I believe, would have them, as well as Truckbound Forums. But anyway, I would definitely use a glider if you're going to try this, because you will be putting much more stress and strain on your Oreck machine, on your motor. This will help. Also, I would not recommend using a Ironman, because the Ironman is a heavier pad than what I'm about to use. I think that what would probably work better is I'm going to use a two-way, which is pretty thin and quite light. And I'm also going to try this this microfiber. And I think there's a couple of new microfiber pads that In-Cap Store sells, which would probably be also a good option. Just got to bear in mind the weight of the pad that you're using. Although this one actually will absorb a fair amount because of the foam in here, of water that is, so that'll increase the weight. But anyway, let's give it a try, and we'll see what happens. I've already sprayed the carpet, and put the I sprayed the pad a little bit too, so we'll just try to center that, and we'll see what happens here. That's a 17-inch two-way, of course. So, is it going to work? I would also suggest, by the way, make sure it hooks in there. I would also suggest when you go to turn it on, just give the machine a little tug towards you to make sure that taking the weight off that machine as it does its initial spin up. Make it easier on the motor and the windings and everything. Oh, there's a lot of vibration. Oh, it doesn't like that. I think that's the weight. It's really shaking my hand. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that would kill you. My hand is going numb already. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, well, okay, let's try the microfiber. But I think I can see why this won't work. It's the weight. There's so much weight of this pad driver. It's just, oh boy, that hangs on. It's just sending that weight right back up the handle. I didn't think of that. That's a bit of a surprise. But anyway, we'll try this just in case, if there's any difference. That's pretty centered. Oh, gee, I guess I need to put the drive block on there. Okay, let's try that again. But I think it's going to do the exact same thing. Oops. Because I think that's just the weight of that pad driver is basically feeding back up the machine. Oh yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use this. My hand is shaking like crazy. Wow. Okay, so oh, wow, that hurts. I can hurting my hand. So the answer to the question, can you put a larger drive pad on there, is I think if you do, you definitely got to make sure it's pretty light, because my hands are just tingling. Wow. Well, what do you know? So now we know. So I thought you might be interested to see that, because I guess a few of us have wondered, could we put a larger drive pad onto the Oreck? So if you want to give that a try, make sure that you can use ABS plastic, which is pretty light. That's a pretty heavy plastic, that plate. So that's interesting. I guess it has to do. You don't feel that on the Orbot, but the Orbot's got a lot more weight to it. So I guess it's absorbing that vibration. Very interesting. Anyway, I guess we all learned something interesting today. So I'll let you go.